Welcome back to the GFL. You know me, I'm Stephen B. Tonight, we have a struggling team looking to rebound. And on the other side, we have a very tough team who just so happens to have the home field. It is the Seattle Seahawks versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Before the game, let's take a look at our current standings. We have 7 teams from the AFC, 7 teams from the NFC. A 13-game regular season where every team plays each team once. Then, when the playoffs come around, the top 5 teams from each conference makes the postseason, with the last 2 teams from each conference saying, bye-bye, see you later. Here's a look at the upcoming schedule. Now, let's go down to the field for kickoff.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we've got 2 teams who were AFC rivals for almost 25 years. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Kansas City Chiefs, and it comes your way next.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as over the Seattle Seahawks taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Kansas City. Here's Richie James on the return. And he'll make it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly, you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
Mahomes now on first down. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
A run by Pacheco on second down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The throw over the middle, taken in. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face it for down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
4th down, so Kansas City sends out Tommy Townsend. And back deep is DJ Dallas. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at a 17-yard line. So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, but 2nd down.
No surprise at all. We're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And we're going to see this coach try to spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Throw there going to be incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body in the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And now lined up in the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 12-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
A throw to the end zone, a first down, but it winds up incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now it's Mahomes in. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here. Yeah, and every team that we ever talked to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. The first look here for DJ Dallas. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. We're scoreless after one. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a third down coming up. Now Geno. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Walker now at 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
2nd down and 8. From the 50, it's Smith. He'll find Metcalf. And Metcalf going to have the Seahawks first down as he'll get this down to the 41. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through fenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Chiefs' 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke play up.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards again, Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. 14 yards that time, number 14. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
A give for Walker running right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. 25 yards for Ken Walker. And the Seahawks post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. So after a scoreless first quarter, our first score of the game here in quarter number 2.
And it comes on a great run too, Brandon, because once he got past that first wave, how about how he kicked it into high gear, able to outrace defenders all the way to the end zone.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0.
Chiefs.
Let's play now, baby. Let's play.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now here comes Kansas City. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the ball. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Second down and 6 now from the 26. Mahomes now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
Boy, that one was well-read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That is caught, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down for the Chiefs, solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw complete there to Rice. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. They'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and a couple. Mahomes going to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Mahomes to MVS there for the Kansas City first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop before he could get a good head of steam going.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a strong first half for the former Spartan, Kenneth Walker. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
Welcome, everyone, to the GFL Late Show. Glad you could join us. In the first half, we've seen a spectacle of offensive brilliance. The Seahawks showcased their aerial attack, while the Chiefs demonstrated their signature explosive plays. It's been a back-and-forth battle that's kept fans on the edge of their seats. Now we've reached halftime, and the excitement is palpable. These two teams are leaving it all on the field, and there's no telling what the second half will bring. So grab your refreshments, sit tight, and get ready for the fireworks to continue. In this epic showdown between the Seahawks and Chiefs, stay right here with the GFL. Thanks for joining us for the GFL Halftime Show. The second half kickoff is next. I'll see you next time.
Coach. Thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Taken at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing now is Gino. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Now here's Michael Dixon standing just outside his own goal line. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. James now to return. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still put themselves in a position on this trip.
There he goes left side. A big play there for KC, 47 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That's a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. They had the huge play last time. Here is a much smaller gain of 2. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's help. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And again, it's Mahomes. Touchdown! Marquez Valdez-Scantling bringing in that one from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 10-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And out now come the Seahawks.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Brought down by Nick Bolton.
Here's 3rd and 9.
Here's Smith. And that is incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do they go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
They'll swing this out to Tony.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it.
And he's going to get to the 31 for the first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Calling a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock
doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for skin down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mahomes hitting his finger to get Travis Kelsey on a touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, it's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Extra point by Butker is on target. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Now Smith and the Seahawks get them up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Open man, there's Bobo. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Smith. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Smith, this throw finds Smith and Jigba. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial, critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
From the 50, it's Smith. Going right back to Smith and Jigba.
Smith's pass complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Chiefs' 42-yard line.
And they're going to speed things up here. Geno now to throw. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To the air again, Smith. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
On first down, Smith. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Nick Bolton, and the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Mahomes to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the option, it's Edwards-Helaire. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he will have a Chiefs first down. And that's the run that should seal the victory. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Kansas City.